Good evening, after everybody. Well, good afternoon here on the West Coast. And we're here with Tina Palmgren. She is a legendary woman of influence. Let me tell you a little bit about Tina. Tina is an automation expert. She takes they call her the wizard of automation. She helps you turn those frustrations into triumphs. She's been doing this for over 27 years, and she absolutely loves it. She founded Excel in Your Business, and that's the name of her company. She's on a mission to help clients like you achieve accuracy, efficiency, and to create a bigger impact. Outside of Excel, Tina likes to go curling in the winter, exploring the great outdoors through hiking, biking, and boating. She even bartends a couple of weekends a month to keep it fun. If you find Excel more like exhale, let's work together to take care of your business, to take your business to the next level. And that's what Tina's going to tell you about on Saturday at the Legendary Woman of Influence. I love that exhale to exhale, exhale to exhale.
It is meant to be fun because if you've ever worked in Excel, and I've been in Excel myself, it's just you get there, but then when you get it to work, it just is magical. So it's making it work for you instead of you working Excel.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Every time I had done it for so long, had gotten really good at my formulas and everything, and then chemo brain hit, and everything said bye bye.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've already talked. You know where you're going to help me.
Right.
So tell us how you got into doing this, Tina.
Well, I'm an accountant. I say I'm a recovering accountant. I did accounting for 25 plus years. And what I really
Okay.
found was I was really good at fixing problems. I would find errors and I would dig to find where those came from and then go out to that department and say, hey, something's not right. What are you doing here? Let's figure this out. And we'd find a solution, and I would usually create something that they could use to make that solution. And what would happen is throughout the company, then things would switch. So, like one example out in I worked at a manufacturing plant. And in our shipping department, they always had errors and we couldn't figure out what was going on. When we solved the
Hmm.
problem, I created a solution for them. What happened though was they became accurate. So those parts, when they went out, would come back because they were out being painted and they would come back to the plant. The numbers were right. What it really did in accounts payable, it saved us an hour and a half a day on one vendor's invoice. That's 6.5
Wow.
weeks a year. So just think about all that time because it's now accurate, it was that much more efficient to process it. And that's what I really loved doing. And that was fun. So when I left corporate, I was like, what am I going to do? I really don't want to do accounting anymore. I was just sick of the month end. And I'm like, I want to teach Excel. So I reached out to a former HR person who was at a college and she's like, you're hired. I'm like, I don't have to interview? She's like, no, I know your skills. And so I started learning more about Excel because now it is now 2011 and I've been using Excel since 1994. Well, they made a lot of
Wow.
changes in that time. And so we
Yeah, they did.
most people our age weren't using tables. They're still not using tables and using a total row. They're not letting Excel do the work for them. So that's what I'm out to teach is how can we make Excel work for you instead of you working all of Excel? And that's what the fun part is for me is when people see the difference of, oh my gosh, I'm going to use this. And you'll see it in what we do on Saturday.
In our community, people are raving about how much fun they're having with Tina and how she's taken things that they thought were so complicated and have turned them into things that they can use in their business. She creates things that you can use Excel for that you never thought you could. And she
Exactly.
can make it particular to your business and
Mhm.
something that you will understand. And the ladies are like, she's not talking over my head. So it really has, and these are ladies that were ready to strangle themselves and never use a spreadsheet again in their lives. So, and I'm one of them. So I really want you there on Saturday, September 7th, to meet with Tina. Bring your questions. She's going to be answering questions, and she is going to be there from 10 until 4. It'll be my first event, the fifth annual Legendary Women of Influence event, and it'll be my first time back in a while, and you'll hear about that. But because it's my first time, I'd like to invite all of you to be my guest. I want you to just come, get your questions answered, learn from these experts, and bring a friend. If you're not sure what you want to do yet, or if you know what you want your second career to be, if you're an entrepreneur wanting to up level your business, then come join us. Enjoy the music, come play some games, and have some fun, win some prizes. Did you have anything else you wanted to say, Tina?
No, just love to. I'm going to be learning right along with everybody else about what everybody else is doing because, we all have our own expertise and we
Mm-hmm.
all need help in certain areas. It doesn't matter. I'm awesome in Excel. I'm not so good at marketing. I'm not so good at different things. So know what your strengths are and really build on those because there's other people that love the other parts that you don't and let
Yeah,
them help you with
exactly.
it.
Yep. And that's the one thing about being in community is that there's always somebody to help. And we found that out to be so very true. So ladies, bring a friend, RSVP at Tonya Tyus Parker.com. All right, we'll see you Saturday, September 7th. Bye
Woohoo!
bye. Woo.